Colorado just continues to get validation of what they are right now in year 2 under Deion Sanders. Final score in Tucson now. Colorado on the road, 3.5-point dogs. Leave no doubt. 34-7 was the final. We'll talk about what this means for Colorado going forward right now, but make sure you are subscribed right here to the On3 YouTube channel. College football, nothing but college football all year long. If you're a Colorado fan, we're going to talk a lot about your Buffs here the rest of the way by nature of what y'all are doing on the field right now. So make sure you're locked in here. So I think there's a couple of reasons why this is validation from the outside looking in, talking about Colorado. One is how it looked, okay? Because there was balance on offense, ran for over 100 yards. You're getting it done on defense. 7 sacks. 7 sacks from Colorado. I mean, hey, that's doing something now. That is wreaking havoc at an elite level. Anytime you get to the quarterback 7 times, you should and did win the football game. Also, forcing turnovers. Held Tetero McMillan to 38 yards receiving. That's one of the best receivers in America. All right, like Colorado now put a real, well-rounded football game for all of America out there yesterday. It wasn't just Shedeur Sanders. It wasn't just the pass game, though that was there as well. We'll talk about that. But like how it looked overall from a multifaceted kind of win for Colorado, I think needs to be noted. Also, Shedeur Sanders, I've told you many times, I think he's one of, if not the best quarterback in college football. He threw 2 picks. Not great. It is what it is. He's still who we believe he is. But he threw 2 picks, and Colorado still almost won by 30. Think about that. A year ago, if Shedeur Sanders went for less than 300 yards and had 2 interceptions, Colorado wasn't winning that football game. This is further validation of growth. Again, how it looked. You get to rest Travis Hunter, the best player in college football, in the second half of this game. That's a luxury. That's a well-rounded football game. And again, I think that how it looked, dominating on multiple fronts for Colorado, is further validation. So one is how it looked. The other part is how Colorado looked. What I mean by that is early on when Colorado was winning football games last year, it was exciting. It was new. It was fun. It was like, gosh, dang, like Colorado's kind of arrived here. Like what is this whole situation out there in Boulder, Colorado? This is great. You're still excited to win football games, but there's no longer that same sense of like, wow, this is amazing. We're winning. It's like an expectation. This is a team now that looks very comfortable winning ball games, and they expect to win ball games. And it's not like they are putting it out there in front of the entire country and they're like, putting their words out in front of what they're about to go do. Because, I mean, there's a certain degree of just believing in yourself and confidence that I think is required in playing at a high level in college football. But it's not a thing where Colorado's like overwhelmingly excited to do what they're doing. They've expected this. They look comfortable. They look used to it, which I think is the mark of maturity. I think it's the mark of what they've done internally. I think it's a mark, too, of the work they've put in. Like they expected to win because of what they'd done during the week. And I think that's tremendous. And I think another step in what Deion Sanders has built out there in Boulder. Also, I mentioned Travis Hunter going down. And I don't know if going down. They rest him in the second half. Let's put it that way, because that's how it was put and that's how it looked. Other guys stepping up. I mean, no Travis Hunter in the football game, and LeJontay Wester has a day and a half, goes over 100 yards. Will Shepard continues to emerge, had a ridiculous touchdown catch where he sneaks 1 foot in, they go to review, and they get the right call. They have multiple guys now they can go to within this Colorado football team. Last year, again, it didn't really feel that way. When Travis Hunter wasn't out there, you were in some ways looking for answers a year ago. Not anymore. Credit Shedeur Sanders, credit this offense, credit that receiving core for other guys continuing to step up. Like there's a next man up mentality clearly in Boulder by how they're approaching this thing. And again, getting the luxury of saying, hey, Travis, go ahead and rest your shoulder the second half. We got this taken care of. Even more importantly, we have other guys that can step up in replacement of you. That's massive. That's massive because you're not replacing Travis Hunter, but to have other guys that can hold it down and do more than a good job on the offensive and defensive side, I think that's worth noting. I think that's important. Speaking of validation, too, of what they've done on the field, I think this was further validation, too, of the culture at Colorado. Because last year, too, I keep comparing last year because that's the only other reference point we have. But last year, Colorado loses a football game. Things start to kind of go off the tracks. And I'm not here to tell you I know the culture internally at Colorado because I don't. But last year, just again, going back to what I said, they lose, things start trending downward. This team loses a heartbreaker to Kansas State a week ago. And if Travis Hunter stays healthy in that game, maybe they win that football game. I guess we'll never know. But the point remains here. They lost, go on the road, underdogs, playing one of the best, if not the best receiver in college football in Tetairoa McMillan. Travis Hunter's in that conversation too, I understand. And make quick work of it. Now, I will say this too. We predicted Colorado to win this football game. We predicted Colorado to win this football game handily. They did that. All right, so Colorado Twitter, Colorado faithful. Hey, I'm just saying now, we have nothing against Colorado. We are telling you that we predicted them to win this football game and do it in the way that they did it. So now when you look forward here for Colorado, they're going to have a chance. They are going to have a chance when it comes to making the Big 12 title game. Do they need a little bit of help? Sure. You got BYU undefeated. You got Iowa State undefeated. You got to handle your business within the conference. You got to win out with one conference loss on the schedule, or on the resume at least. But y'all, the Big 12 is so crazy, and there is so much just unpredictability within that conference. I think if you win out, you should feel good about your chances to make it to the Big 12 title game. Now, that's two different things, winning out and then making the Big 12 title game. But I'm just saying, I don't think it's unreasonable to talk about that in regards to who Colorado is right now. Because, again, they are not the same team as last year. They're not. Are they a perfect finished product? No. I don't think anybody's a finished product year two of a turnaround, and year two, or I should say rather, of October of a college football season. But in October now, through 8 weeks of the college football season, you do have an identity. And the identity of this Colorado team is more balanced. They're better when it comes to rushing the passer. They are a offensive juggernaut in a lot of ways, and they have a much better, I believe, approach to what they do week in and week out than what they were when Deion Sanders first got to Colorado. So I can't wait to see how this thing finishes in the Big 12, but Colorado, further validation of what they are, of who they are, how it looked, and how they looked. Used to winning, expected to win, and handle business in Tucson. Again, final score 34-7 for Travis Hunter, just chilling in the second half. It's a luxury. Make sure you're subscribed. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. Going to keep this party rolling. We will see y'all next time.